Spider-Man Far From Home hits theaters next week, and I got to check out an early screening last night, and here's what I thought. I liked it. Alright, well, have a good one, everybody. What? What? Oh, do you want more than that? Oh, I can't just say I like it and just be done? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Spider-Man Far From Home is the 23rd Marvel Cinematic Universe film, the closing chapter of Phase 3, the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming, and the third Spider-Man 2 in 19 years. The film follows the events of Avengers Endgame, which left the world and Peter Parker without Iron Man. Spook Peter is still reeling from this loss and tries to use his school summer abroad vacation to cope. But our old friend Nick Fury comes knocking at the door with a mission that contains world-ending stakes. Peter then has to wrestle with the responsibilities of being a superhero in a shattered world, and the ones of being a kid trying to put the pieces back together. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It has some hiccups along the way, but when it works, it feels like a classic Spider-Man story with just a little bit more skill. This time, Spidey isn't just swinging through the streets of New York, he's going abroad to sites like Prague, London, and Italy. The filmmakers and story take advantage of these locations, giving us some great iconography and dazzling set pieces. The scale, as I said before, is bigger this time around. Spider-Man pulls off some heroic feats in this movie that proves that this character still has a lot to offer visually, and technology will always allow us to improve upon foundations. Unless, Skynet. But moving away from the heroics and the swinging and the flying, this movie, like most Marvel movies, packs a beautiful human element. Yes, we've seen Peter Parker juggle and struggle with the lives of his dual personalities multiple times before, but once again, they managed to knock it out of the park, and the ball lands somewhere we've all been. This time around, Peter just wants to be a kid. He wants to be selfish for this one summer and just live. He helped save the universe, he lost his mentor, and now he just wants to sit back and relax. Pop open a beer, he's not 21, a Yahoo. Enjoy the sights and tell the girl he likes, MJ, once again played by Zendaya, that he likes her. We've all been there, just had that sensation just to be. No worries, just a singular focus on what you want. But then, some crazy elemental monsters start fucking up your shit. We've all been there, right? Most of the cast from Homecoming returns, including the ever-delightful Jacob Bolton as Ned. He strikes up a cute relationship with Betty Brant, played by Angourie Rice, that's played for multiple laughs. Tony Ravioli returns as Flash Thompson and proves that adaptation can go right sometimes. I mean, this entire cinematic universe proves that, but I digress to my first point being that I really like this version of Flash Thompson. Yes, he's different from the comic book version, but it's like this crash rich boy that doesn't really have it all together, and still, like his comic book counterpart, he still has this weird fixation on Spider-Man. Plus, Tony Ravioli is in the MCU. I mean, we all went. Zendaya still makes her mark as MJ. She and Peter have a chemistry that they take up a couple of notches for the sequel, and MJ's dark humor again brings a smile to the crowd. We also have Peter's class teacher, Mr. Harrington, played by Myron Starr, return. I did enjoy seeing him back. I didn't really expect to enjoy seeing him back as much as I did, but he has some fun quips here and there in a story that connects to Endgame that should bring the entire house down. They do point out, since some of these characters have been gone for 5 years, they got snapped away, they do bring up some of the ramifications within their lives of what happened, and his teacher has a really fun story about it. The newbies to the MCU Spider-Man franchise include Nick Fury, who continues to do his thing. He's a little bit more hardened after coming back to a world that's moved on without him, and takes that out on Peter. Maria Hill. Maria Hill also returns as Fury's right-hand woman and gets a great beat of action. Jon Favreau makes his return as Happy Hogan. I'm glad they're keeping this character around. He's a lot of fun. He's a great mental role to Peter that isn't a superhero, and on a meta level, it's nice having one of the godfathers of the MCU always there. Jake motherfucking Gyllenhaal. It's Gyllenhaal. That sounds like a Madison. Gyllenhaal. Can I get some Gyllenhaal, please? I need some Gyllenhaal for my throat. Gyllenhaal? It's like a ointment or something. Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal as the mysterious Mysterio, I love comic books, finally graces the screen. I won't go too much into his character because of the, spoilers, but simply put, he's excellent. He's one of the best additions to the MCU, and his character has some interesting commentary on a broken world. Also, he's a part of a sequence that I've been waiting to see my entire life. I'm really happy that they brought Mysterio in, and they really did right by him. As I said before, I did enjoy Far From Home, but there are some negatives amongst the positives. Wish they would have cut some of the jokes. Many really didn't land with me and had me wondering why they were there to begin with. Some pulled me out of the movie completely. It's just kind of stopping and starting and some action sequences that was just jarring completely. This movie's already 2 hours and 20 minutes long. We don't need every gag you can think of on screen, especially ones that land like a lead balloon. There's an exposition dump in the second act that I thought could have gone over smoother, and it also kind of makes Far From Home a copycat of Homecoming, as it reuses a certain plot point. Overall, I think Spider-Man Far From Home is another win for the MCU. Is it a slam dunk? No, but it's another sports term that means success. The second and third acts feel like a classic Spider-Man story folding out onto the big screen and pack some incredible imagery and set pieces that make it stand above the rest of the MCU. I enjoyed this film, and I can't wait to swing back to theaters to see it. And I have to say, if the post-credit scenes do not melt your face off, go see a doctor. If they do melt your face off, also go see a doctor. These things are fantastic, and you don't, try your best within the next week to not get spoiled by them, because they are just very big, very groundbreaking, and really, really make me excited for the rest of the for the future of the MCU. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming. Ugh. My gosh. Spider-Man Far From Home. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you like hearing me ramble on about movies, please hit that subscribe button. Also, you can check out my website as well, Darren Leslie Jr., where I post written reviews of all these reviews as well. So check all that out. Keep an eye out for more videos, and I'll catch you guys next time.